On the 20th of April 1968, Enoch Powell, an English Conservative MP in the industrial town of Wolverhampton, gave an inflammatory anti-immigration speech later to be remembered as the Rivers of Blood speech. Now, this was a mere 2 weeks after the assassination of Martin Luther King in Memphis, Tennessee, and more importantly for the UK, Powell's speech coincided with the debate at Parliament over the Race Relations Bill, the ambition of which was to tackle issues of racial discrimination, notably on the job and housing markets. Enoch Powell's rhetorical detonation changed instantly and durably the way so-called race relations, immigration and ethnicity questions are debated in Britain. And even today, some 6 years after the Brexit referendum, the memory of Enoch Powell's white backlash movement of 1968 still remains very vivid. Admittedly, this is all very well known, at least in the UK, but what is not so well known is that in the mere 2 weeks that followed the infamous speech, 100,000 letters were sent to Enoch Powell, with approximately 90% of these in support of his nativist anti-immigration campaign. This was completely unprecedented and has been unprecedented since then, for indeed, never has a politician received so much written support in so short a period of time. In my new book published with Routledge, I tried to meticulously delve into these private frustrations, hatreds, political confessions, weaving a wide backlash narrative by a group that feels pretty much like a silenced rather than a silent majority. I take a thematic approach in which each chapter unpacks one facet of a 10,000 letter sample. Chapters are entitled Race, State, War, Empire, America, Class, Gender, Elites, Parties, Against, with this last chapter analyzing letters that are against Powell's anti-immigration campaign. Okay, please don't panic. I'm not going to bore you with further details about each chapter, but just to say that this extraordinary archival material provides an altogether unique window onto British society in the late 1960s, and it reads like a white anthropology of nativist Britons in times of very swift change. So far, academics like Bill Schwartz, Camilla Schofield and Amy Whipple have published articles or pages in books on this epistolary white backlash, but this book here is the first monograph dealing exclusively with its outstanding archival material. Today, more than 60 years after Enoch Powell's speech, it is abundantly clear that such an intimate study of far-right perceptions couched on paper is very timely, if only to make sense of the mounting tide of radical right populism in Europe as well as in North America. This book, then, is both a modest as well as an ambitious attempt at uncovering the kind of private written material from 1968 that is the very stuff of public, political issues in the 21st century.